So here's why admitting your porn addiction to your woman, it's actually going to make her trust you and even desire you way more than she does now. Okay, and I know this sounds crazy, okay, but trust me, if you watch this video, you're going to understand exactly why telling her the truth, it's going to make her fall for you again. Alright, so you clicked on this video because you are hiding your porn addiction from your girl, and you think that hiding it is actually protecting your relationship. But you need to realize that it's actually you're not protecting her from anything, bro. Right? You're actually doing the opposite. You're basically holding a ticking time bomb. Right? And this bomb is going to blow up when you least expect it. And it's going to destroy everything that you thought you had control over. It's going to destroy your relationship. And it's going to feel like it destroys your fucking life. So what you need to actually do is defuse the bomb. If you want to defuse the bomb, what you need to do is you need to tell her right away. And when you do tell her, you're actually going to be shocked to see that it doesn't only make her trust you, but also it's going to make her fall for you even fucking harder. And I know that sounds crazy. Like, you're probably thinking all these things right here. You're probably thinking a lot of things. Right? I know this sounds crazy. Like, you're thinking, how is this even possible? Like, there's no way I could even tell her. And if I did tell her, she'd just want to fucking leave me. But bro, I promise you, everything you're thinking right now is wrong. Like, you just need to shut the fuck up. You need to listen, because it's all going to make sense soon, okay? And you can trust me because I literally lived through all of it. I lived through all of this. Like, I'm basically you from the future, okay? I'm the version of you that had to learn the hard way. Like, I'm the version of you that said, that said to himself, like, no way she can know. Like, everything's gonna be fine. I'm not gonna tell her. It's all gonna be okay. Things are gonna work out. But guess what? That ticking time bomb blew up in my fucking face. This is what we got right here. That ticking time bomb blew up in my face. So because of this, I had to lose the woman that I loved. And she had to walk away from the man that she thought she loved. So I can assure you right now, if you don't listen up, well then you're not going to stand a chance keeping this woman, okay? But if you learn from me, if you listen to me, if you do what I say, and you tell her the truth, and you do it in the exact right way, it's going to change the trajectory of your whole relationship, okay? So in this video, I will show you exactly how to do that step by step in a way that will actually create more trust, okay? And it's going to create more attraction than she's ever even had in you. And it's going to ensure your relationship has a real actual chance at surviving. But first, you need to understand why hiding is actually so destructive to the relationship, and why telling her, when done right, it's going to be the most powerful move you'll ever make as a man in your relationship. Okay, so you need to think, I drew this little storyboard here, like, you need to think of it like a dragon, okay? So, let's say you were the ruler of a village. So, here's your village, right here, here's your village, and here's you. You're the ruler of the village, and here's a dragon and its lair, okay? So, you're the ruler of a village, and there's a dragon, but it's planning an attack, right? How would you protect the village? If you were the ruler of this village, how would you protect your people, okay? Would you just, like, wait around? Would you just, like, sit there waiting for it to come and, like, surprise attack the village? Obviously fucking not. You wouldn't do that. You would plan an attack, right? You would fucking ruthlessly slay the fucking dragon. Kill the fucking dragon. Protect the people at home. Protect the woman. Protect the children. Isn't that what you would fucking do? Right? It's pretty obvious, isn't it? You would ambush the dragon before it even gets the chance to come to your village. Okay? You would gather all the women. You gather all the children. You put them somewhere safe, right? And then you'd hunt down the dragon. It's obvious. But you need to understand it's the exact thing with your porn addiction, your hidden porn addiction. It's the exact same situation. Okay, and what are you doing? Right? The dragon is your hidden porn addiction. The village is your life. Okay, the village is your life and your relationship with your woman. Okay, so think about this right now. What are you doing? You're not doing anything. You're sitting waiting around for the fucking dragon to come fucking fuck your whole life up. That's what you're doing. So make the choice right now and attack your porn addiction ruthlessly, just like you would the dragon. Okay, because what you're doing right now is sitting around waiting for the dragon to come fuck everything up, like I said. And what makes it worse though is you haven't even warned the village. Like, you haven't even set up a defense. Like, you're just in your relationship. You basically signed a fucking contract, right? When you're in a relationship with a woman, it's essentially just a fucking contract. Like, you basically signed up to lead this fucking village, and you're absolutely failing at your duty. Okay, and that's just the truth. So you're probably wondering, well, what now? Like, what next? Like, how do I slay the dragon successfully? Right? How do you beat your secret porn addiction successfully? How do you save the people? How do you save the village? How do you save your woman? Well, first of all, let me tell you, pat on the fucking back right now. Pat yourself on the fucking back, because, hopefully you're realizing now, like, fuck, like, he's right. Like, I need to fight this dragon, and I'm ready to do whatever the fuck it takes. And if that's what you're thinking, then fucking good for you, honestly, because I'm telling you right now, most men by now would hear this and they would just get weird. They would get all triggered by the truth, because they can't take the truth, and they just continue to cope, and they would just cope to themselves and tell themselves like, oh, bro, it's not even that deep, bro. It's not even that deep. But guess what? They're going to be the ones that are losing the woman. Okay, but that's not you, is it? Because we're going to make sure that you fight this dragon and you do it properly, so that she doesn't only completely trust you and sticks with you in this relationship, but she also ovulates for you. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, if you do it in the right way, she's gonna get wet for you. Oh, shit. Alright, so now that we've filtered out all the fucking retards, it's just me and you now, okay? So here's the truth about exactly what you need to do. So what does mastering this situation look like? Well, I've made this step by step. Okay, I've laid it out step by step. Step number 1 is to plan and set up an attack. Then you warn the village. Then you slay the dragon. And I'm going to go over each and every one of these steps in just a minute. But first you need to understand why it's set up in this way. Okay, so the reason it's set up in this exact order, it's a very specific order. And that's because if you don't have a plan, if you don't have everything set up and prepared, then what's going to happen when you go to fight the dragon? Well, obviously you're going to fucking fail. The dragon's going to beat your ass, and then it's gonna go to the village, and then it's gonna kill your woman and kill your children. And also, what's gonna happen if you warn the village without planning an attack? What's gonna happen? Everything's gonna be fucking out of order. First of all, like, everything's gonna be chaotic. The woman and the children, they're gonna be scared. They're gonna be running around like, they're not gonna trust you. Like, they're gonna think, what, are we gonna fucking die? What's gonna happen? Oh my god! And they're running around. They're like, what are we gonna do? And you're just there, and you're just like, I don't know, like, we'll figure it out. And you're just like scrambling around trying to like figure things out. Are the women and children gonna feel safe in that situation? Of course not. It's gonna be very chaotic. They're not gonna trust you. So that's why it's set up in this very specific order. It's very important that you take down these steps one by one in this exact order. And I'm gonna go over each and every step right now. So the first thing is plan and set up the attack. So what does that actually look like in practical terms, in terms of your porn addiction? That looks like taking real steps to beat the addiction. Okay, and what are these real steps? I'm going to tell you right now. First thing is opening up about your addiction to someone. Like, seek help from someone, okay? It could be your friend, it could be your brother, it could be someone online, right? Just start talking to people, okay? Because the more you isolate yourself, the more the addiction is actually just going to thrive. Okay, and that leads to the next thing, which is joining groups and finding accountability partners. Okay, you don't just talk about it with people. what you do is you ask them to hold you accountable. Like, it's best with someone that you can trust, you know, like I said, like it's best with someone like a brother or friend that you can really trust, okay? And you want to ask them to like check in with you, you know, you hold you accountable, because then you're basically, you know, you start to train your brain to start reaching out to them, reaching out to this person when you get an urge. Instead of fulfilling on the urge, you know, you're training your brain to, you know, go on your phone and text this person. It could be someone online, but like I said, it's best with someone that you know, someone that you trust, someone that you can go to. And if you're struggling with the urge, you can reach out to them and they can check in on you and they can talk with you and just, you know, make sure that you're not going to do it again. It's way easier when there's people that know what you're going through and people that are expecting you to live up to the things you want to do. You want to beat this addiction. So when you tell someone about it and they're holding you accountable, you know, you start to naturally want to fulfill this duty in you because you want to live up to what people expect out of you. So it's very important to find an accountability partner. And the last thing you need to do in order to set up your attack plan properly, the next thing you need to do is invest. Okay, invest your time, invest your energy, invest your money, put everything, put your all into overcoming this. So what exactly does that look like? It looks like buying books, okay, binge reading books. There's so many books out there on sexual addiction, porn addiction, so many resources you can go out, you can read. Start binging these things, start watching videos, start writing about it, okay, journaling about it, just putting all your time and putting all your energy into this. And like I said, even your money, okay, you start buying courses and you can even start paying a coach, okay, just put your all into it. And then the next time you get an urge to not to your computer screen, right, next time you get some urge to bust it to some girl on your computer, naturally there's going to be way more resistance, because now you're not just wasting your nut and your life force, but now you're also wasting all that time, all that energy, and even all that money that you invested into trying to overcome this. So there's going to be way more resistance. It's going to build this barrier, okay? So it's going to make you way less likely to give in to this urge. All right, so boom, there is your plan and your setup to attack the fucking dragon. So next thing you want to do is warn the village. So what does warn the village mean? So what that means is telling your woman. And that's going to be one of the most difficult steps, okay? It's the most difficult step, I would say, in this process, okay? But if you are watching this video, well then, you know, that means that you're not a pussy. So, you know, I know that you can do it, and it's the most important step that you need to do, okay? So you need to do it, okay? And this is step number 2 for a reason. You want to do this, you want to make sure you do this secondly, because just like in the village example, like, she's going to be fucking scared, okay? She's going to be scared shitless if you go to her without any of the preparation, okay? Because if you go to her and you say something like, oh my God, baby, I'm struggling with this addiction, please help. You know, you just start dumping everything on her, and you don't have a plan. She's going to be scared shitless. She's going to be going around like, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing? You're just like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Help me. Right? It's not going to go good like that, obviously. But that's not going to be you, is it? Because you took the first step. You prepared yourself. So now, when you go to tell her, right, you say something like, girl, there's something that I need to warn you about. I've made a mistake. But you don't have to worry about it, because I'm doing absolutely everything that I need to do to make sure that this never happens again. And I've actually been struggling with an addiction to porn. And I know that's really going to hurt you, okay? But boom, you give her the fucking proof. You show her all the steps you take. You show her all the time and the energy and the money that you put into fucking conquering this fucking dragon, right? You go to her and you tell her, look, I've read this book, I've learned about this, I've spent all this time and energy into learning about this addiction and journaling about this addiction, and I even have this accountability partner, and he's fucking there, and he's You know, every time I feel like I'm struggling, I can go to him. And I've even invested money. I've bought this course. I've put my time into taking this course, and I even have this fucking coach. Do you want to meet my coach? Call up your fucking coach. You know, introduce your girl to the coach, and then you just tell her like, yo, this is my coach, and we're doing this together. We're making sure this never happens again. This is everything that I've done. Like, babe, this isn't gonna happen again. Like, I know I fucked up. She's still gonna be upset, obviously, but is she gonna leave you? Probably fucking not, because you have all that proof. Okay, you're showing her that you're serious. Okay, you've basically already beaten the dragon, right? You've already prepared everything you need to do. You've already set up your life in a way that makes fighting the dragon actually fucking easy. It makes it effortless, right? You've done all the preparation, so fighting the dragon is literally the easiest thing you ever fucking do, which is step number 3, slaying the dragon. And at this point, it's fucking easy. It's easy. You've already done it. You've already set up everything that you need to set up. You've already done everything that you need to do. Now you just boom, slay the dragon, and it's easy. Promise you, bro, it's that fucking simple. Okay, it's not like, I'm not saying it's gonna be super easy. No, because you have to tell your woman it's gonna be hard, but it's not as complicated as you fucking think it is. Like, if you just do these steps, trust me, bro, everything's gonna fucking work out. Because what do you think is gonna happen if you actually take these steps? Like, do you think if you do it in this exact way, do you think she's really gonna leave? Like, of course she's gonna be upset, but when she sees this warrior, aggressive version of you who's ready to grip life by the fucking balls, let me squeeze it by the fucking balls, take control over his life, and you're ready to fucking fight for her, you're ready to protect her, you're ready to fight this fucking dragon ruthlessly. Like, she's not gonna leave, bro. Do you really think she's gonna leave? Like, no, she's gonna be all over you. Like, she's gonna be ovulating for you. Like, she's gonna see this version of you. She's going to fucking get wet. And that's just the truth. Okay? So hopefully everything is making sense to you by now. Alright? And if it is, well, if you do want direct help one-on-one from me, you know, we'll work together and we'll conquer your addiction literally overnight together. You'll work with me, and, you know, I'll help you confess to your woman in a way that builds trust and attraction, makes her fucking ride or die for you. Okay, so if you want help with that, go ahead, click the link down below. We'll basically just do it together. Everything we went over in this video, I'll help you directly with. And working one-on-one with me will make this whole process even fucking easier. Alright, so click the link down below for that. And if not, that's okay. Just make sure you go subscribe, because you can watch more videos for free just like this. So yeah, that's it. Peace.